Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Fatima, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to create this easy, simple eyebrow look. To get started, I use this eyebrow pencil by Maybelline, and I start to create 3 dots. The first being above the bridges of my nose, the second is slightly away and across my pupil, and the third being towards the end of my brow bone crossing my eyelid. As you can see, these 3 dots that I created will give me an easy guidance to trace a structure in my eyebrows. Using the same pencil, lightly trace each dot together by tracing straight first and then tracing it downwards towards the end of the brow. As mentioned before, this creates a structure, but don't get frustrated. This is just a rough sketch, guys. Then I do the same method for the top of my eyebrows, first tracing straight, then downwards. I would really suggest taking your time and really understanding your eyebrows, because your eyebrows is literally the foundation to the whole look. But don't stress, don't get frustrated, just enjoy it. Now, I carefully fill in my eyebrows, making sure that there's no unshaded marks on the structure. During this process, it doesn't necessarily have to be one direction or one way. I would just like to imagine that I'm coloring on a coloring book. With a black eyeshadow and an angled eyebrow brush, I use this to fill in at the end of my eyebrows to give the illusion that I have some defined hairs. During this process, I only do it in one direction, and only towards the end, I like to create a natural ombre effect on my eyebrows so that it can look as realistic as possible. After that, I use my concealer by e.l.f. and a tapered brush, and I again carefully and closely try to trace the concealer underneath the structure so that I can be able to have a neat look. Again, above my eyebrows, I do the same method, slowly tracing close to the eyebrow structure, but not too close. I don't want to be able to make any mistake, but again, if I do, I can always fix it with a pencil. With a concealer brush, I buff out all the concealer and I try my best to remove any harsh patches. And depending on the concealer that you use, some of them are very blendable while others aren't. The concealer that I use dries out fast, so when I was blending it, it was really hard to blend, but evidently I did. This method is optional, but I like to use the warmth of my fingers to blend the concealers into my pores so that it can remove any of the concealer brush strokes that I received. This helps significantly when it comes to putting on my foundation as well. And as a reminder, your eyebrows are sisters, they're not twins. So as you can see, I went back with my pencil brush and my concealer. I try my best to do the same step as I mentioned before. I retrace, I conceal closely to my structure, and I make them look gorgeous. I don't really try to make them look like twins. There are days when you can make your eyebrows look like twins, but not exactly. And those are the most amazing days of your life. I mean, if you love makeup, of course. But again, don't fret, don't stress, don't get frustrated. It's all a learning process. As you can see, I'm really picky about my eyebrows, I won't lie. But a tip is to go back with your concealer, and if you have any marks or any areas that you don't like, you conceal it. As you can see, I have a wiggly line towards the end and I smudge it off with the concealer. It's easier to conceal than to trace. Now, with a smudge brush at the end of my eyebrow pencil, I just smudge off the interior parts of my eyebrows and I make sure to make it look natural. Finally, I use my concealer brush. I try to smudge the interior of my eyebrow structure and make them look as natural as possible. I don't want it to look all bulky or defined. I just want it to look like an eyebrow. I hope you guys enjoy and stay tuned for the next video. Bye!